What's up, everybody? Awkward Anxious Jennifer here. Sorry I'm not talking very loudly today. It's 2 a.m. and I don't want to risk bothering my neighbors. So I'm not going to project as much as usual. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I couldn't sleep tonight, and after tossing and turning forever, I just decided to get up and try to be productive. And I was going to do some work, and that didn't happen, but that's okay. So anyway, oh, Scruffles is underneath me. He just licked my foot and surprised me. Anyway, my brain's been pulled 10 different directions tonight while I was trying to fall asleep, but sort of at the top of the list is I struggle with feeling like I'm never going to find anybody to love me. And most of the time, I'm just fine being single. I've been single for a decade, more than that at this point. And it is what it is, whatever. But every once in a while, it's just like, man, I sure would love to have somebody to spend my life with, you know? And I've always struggled with low self-esteem, and it gets a lot worse when I'm depressed. So times like now, I'm just like, who's ever going to want to put up with me and all my baggage, you know? If it was just the bipolar disorder, maybe. If it was just my weight, maybe. If it was just this, if it was just that, I did just have it in my head that there's just too much wrong with me, that nobody will ever want to put up with it. And it doesn't help that my dating pool is more limited by the fact that I do not want kids, and I don't really want to date a guy who has kids, particularly really little ones. I'm just not a fan of kids, and I'm, honestly, if I confess one of my deepest secrets, I'm terrified that I would be the person that would shake a baby. That's a real, actual fear of mine. So, yeah, that limits things if I cut out all the guys who have little kids or really want kids of their own or whatever. So that's one of the things going through my mind tonight. You know, when they say, oh, you have to love yourself before you can expect somebody else to love you. I'm working on that, you know. I mean, my self-esteem in some ways is better than usual. Now that I'm a writer, instead of being stuck as a dog groomer, like I hated introducing myself as a dog groomer because I felt like it didn't, I'm a pretty intelligent person. I'm not trying to brag about that or whatever, but you know, I should have graduated from college and gotten some, you know, white collar job. And I was really embarrassed to be working a blue collar job. Not that there's anything wrong with it. There are, you know, blue collar jobs are extremely important, including dog grooming. And I met lots of great dog groomers who loved grooming and were passionate about it. And I just mostly wasn't. And so the worst was trying to go to meetups, and especially if it was like a crowded, loud place. Oh, what do you do? I'm a dog groomer. You're a doctor? No, dog groomer. Oh. So being a writer, that's like a cool job. Oh, you're a writer? What do you write? Tell me about it. Oh, that's cool. And now I have my YouTube channel. I can kind of segue into that. And people are fascinated by that. And so that kind of helps my self-esteem. And being a writer, and apparently I'm really good at it. You know, my clients are thrilled with my work, and I'm getting paid, to me, kind of crazy rates. Sometimes I deal with a little bit of imposter syndrome, like, am I really worth these rates? Apparently my clients think I am, so I can't argue with it. If I wasn't worth the rates, then my clients wouldn't pay them. And, you know, I've had some of these clients for more than a year, so clearly they believe I'm worth it. So in those ways, my self-esteem is improving, but I just have it inside my head that, you know, something I was told when I was younger, and something that media in general, movies and books and YouTube and everything seems to promote, whether consciously or unconsciously, is, you know, you can only find love if you're skinny. No, you know, guys don't want to date the fat girls. And even though I can actually see from people around me that that's not necessarily true, but it still feels like it's true to me. So I'm very, very self-conscious about, I mean, at this point, I've gained a few more pounds. I mean, I've always been heavy, but this is the heaviest I've ever been. And at this point, I'm like, I don't think I even want anybody to touch me. And that's not a good headspace to be in. And then throw on top of that the bipolar disorder and all my other stuff. And bad dating experiences. It just feels like too much baggage that any one person is not going to want to deal with. And I don't even know why I'm doing this video, but I'm sure I'm not the only person who struggles with these feelings. I hope I'm not the only person who struggles with these feelings. I'm pretty sure some of you out there are also single and can probably relate. But I should really shut up and try to go back to sleep. Tomorrow's going to be a mess if I don't get sleep, and I don't really want to take another 4-hour nap. I should really try not to nap tomorrow, and hopefully I'll actually sleep tomorrow night, but we'll see. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say tonight, I guess. So be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.